Hey guys, I need to adjust that just a little bit. How's that look? That looks good. The lighting better? I don't think it's right on yet, guys, but hopefully it's better. Susan, how are you? Indeed, welcome to book club. I saw you over in Reese's chat saying you had to leave to go mod. Mm. Well, I'm not going to use that way of taking a drink again. That doesn't work at all. We don't want to do that very often, do we? Cricket, how are you? Shadow Fruit, welcome in. It's nice to have you. Fuzzy, thank you so much for your email. Muchiro, how are you? What are you crying about, kiddo? The lighting looks good? Thank you, Cricket. I think I still need some work on it. Um, what I really need to do is just get a ring light. For this area. I'm gonna have to get a couple of lights. We shall see. Cat girl, how are you doing? It sure is nice to see you. How is everybody doing? It has been a nice day for me. I got some chores done. It's your user. What do you mean, Muchiro? I don't understand. You change your user back? But Mixi and the are crying. Hey, Indigo Twin, how are you? So I was just over in Reese's and yeah, it's good to see her doing well. I am I'm happy that she's happy. That was a really nice day. Oh, you were out protesting today, Indigo? I didn't see it. I'm sorry I missed it. That would have been so great to see. You went in the org? How was that, Indigo Twin? Yeah, nice work. Now I see what Fuzzy Pink Handcuffs was. The L and the R in the wrong places. Yeah, I'm not sure I understand Muchiro. Yeah, I will go watch it, Indigo. That sounds really great. That sounds really great. Susan, drop Indigo's channel in case they don't, in case anybody hasn't subscribed. It was pretty chill. You met some people by name and may have given them the phone number and address to the Chicago FBI office. Hilarious, Indigo Twin. You were on Corns helping her out? Okay, very cool. Go subscribe to Indigo Twin, even though they weren't streaming today. That's great that you got out there. It's excellent. I spent part of the day, the ruse worked for one time. Now that you actually protested, they may blind tech you now. Yeah, now that they know who you are, they will more than likely blind tech you. That is absolutely for sure. So let me open my book. We were at chapter 12. You used a fake name too. Did you use Indigo Twin? That would have been funny. That would have been really funny. Absolutely use a fake name. Absolutely use a fake name. I think it's very cool you went in there. Mm. I thought these chapters maybe were a little better, but it seems to be. Oh, before we start with the book, has everybody seen? Thank you, Susan. It's better, but there's still some shadows I want to get rid of, and I know why they're there. There's just nothing in that direction to put a light on. So I gotta, I've got a menagerie of lights. You guys wouldn't believe the mess back here. Um, I've got a menagerie of lights going to get this effect. Uh, but it allowed me to sit over here, which is what I wanted to do today. How many of you guys have had a chance to listen to Jenna Miscaviage's video, "Lighting Can Get Intense"? Exactly. Um, Jenna Miscaviage's video about the question about whether she would write her book differently now than if she had written it earlier. If there would be anything different about her book if she wrote it now. Um, or if there does anybody remember what the actual question was? It was something like, would you write it differently, or um, are there things that you didn't say? I can't remember what the actual question was, and I even went and took notes, y'all. That's how good I am at this study shit. Scientologists are a lot better at shit than I am. As long as you don't record, it's good. Also met cute Irishmen that we saved from getting in, so that was good. Well, cute Irishmen are always a win. Bonus if they were actually redheaded. I love a redhead. Right, Cricket? Yeah, it puts especially with these two chapters, they just no red hair, sadly, darn. From Dublin, but the accent, Indigo Twin, the accent. Oh my goodness gracious. It wouldn't take much. No, it would not. I mean, lass. I thought about it every time she mentioned Uncle Dave in the chapter we read. Also cricket. Um, Basically, for those of you who didn't see it, and you should go see it after we're done, but to sum up, what she said was, at the time, her entire life was people who had been in Scientology. Hey, Keith, how are you doing? Right, Indigo Twin? She said she was surrounded by people only in Scientology and was really afraid to delve into her own feelings. She felt like she needed to be fair to everyone. So that's what Jenna is saying today about what would be different about her own book if she wrote it again. And that was a really interesting, that was such an interesting uh, passage where she talked about Uncle Dave. Let me see if I can find it. Red! Was it this weekend? How did it go? Not as planned. I am so sorry, Red. Moves are just awful. Moves are just awful. I of that was one of the actual um comments that I highlighted, that she said that in that manner. And then it wasn't like three paragraphs later that um Shelley was giving her hints for her acne because nobody was talking to her about her acne. Oh my God. Yeah, I could not wrap my head around how she could be so vicious either. Okay, Red, we will chat away. We will chat away. Hug your partner if you have one. Yeah, hug your partner if you have one. Indeed. That was such a weird, that was such a weird passage. So let's Hi, Lori. How are you? What have you missed? Red or Susan can drop a link. No, Red's busy. Susan, can you drop a link for Red? Lori, what have you missed? Thank you. Indigo twin, that puts a really different light on that. That puts a really different light on that. You're not sure what you missed? Hold on for a second, y'all. Hey guys, sorry about that. That was my eldest. He had to tell me about an amazing sale they're having at the pet store. It was a really good sale. I'm just not ready to pop on that right now. You're at work in and out. Okay, Lori. We'll talk when you have a minute. Uncle Dave seemed kind of creepy when he was with Jenna. I agree, Kat. I kept waiting for the other shoe to drop like every third paragraph. I kept expecting somebody to be inappropriate. I kept expecting it was like living in a reading a horror story. I kept expecting awful every time I turned around. Line up the pencil sharpener at the same time. There you go. The teacher left the room for just a minute. I know, Indigo Twin. He picked her up on his motorcycle. He told her that she didn't have to be afraid of him. It's just so weird. Well, this is going to be hard because my iPad, or not my iPad, my Kindle is going all bonkers. So I'm going to need you guys' help because all I have is annotations and they're not coming up. Very strange, but that's David Miscaviage. Did anybody think it was weird that her mother got a whole living room set, including an ornate white couch, an antique trunk, a hutch, and a few other items? Cricket, wasn't that weird? Oh, I thought that was weird to begin with. But your comment makes it even more weird, Cricket. Your comment makes it even more weird. Okay, so my Kindle maybe start working. Okay, she was 11, so last week we couldn't figure out how old she was. And now at the very beginning of this chapter, she's 11. So she's going back to Florida. And things had changed. I mean, what Jenna said in her video was really, really right. It is a chronological. She said the facts chronologically are correct, but she didn't delve into her feelings about it. Sunrise Dawn! We are happy you're here now, sweetheart. How are you doing? How are things going? Oh, Lori, yeah, we're discussing Jenna's book. That's all. It's Sunday. Did anybody think Dawn? Did anybody have any red flags come up about Dawn? Dawn Jason? Her mom audited her on the e-meter project? I'm going to have to reread that part, Indigo Twin. I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that. Oh my goodness, Sunrise Dawn. Every Dawn you've ever met was a red flag, Fuzzy? I have got a funny story for you. Also, what about Sunrise Dawn? That's different. It's only male dawns. Dawn gave me all right, Indigo Twin. Right? That's what it looks like to me. I don't know about all y'all, but I'm calling it. That's what it looks like to me. Is hubby doing better, Dawn? Oh, I didn't catch that either, Cat. Aha, Fuzzy. Excellent. Especially when the husband was jealous of Jenna talking about Dawn. Interesting. I forgot about that. He's the exception, Sunrise. He's the exception. How's that? There's always an exception. Nothing's ever all bad. We have to remember that chemotherapy is poison, essentially. She talked a lot about writing letters. I know it's a while ago, but even then, how many people were actually writing letters? When did she say it was? 1995? Yeah, you would have been writing letters, Cricket. Especially if you didn't have a computer. People didn't still have computers in 95. I would think she'd be writing letters, but maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think? Leave your child out of your adult marriage issues. Yes. Because you didn't still have the internet like you do now. Exactly, Indigo Twin. Yes, very messed up. Leave your child out of your marriage issues. Hubby is slowly getting better. He's still struggling. We have several specialists he's got to go to. I'm glad he's getting better. Um, I hope he's getting better, and I hope that the specialist um, will help. I hope that the specialist will help. I am I'm thinking good thoughts and saying Hail Marys and lighting candles and saying prayers. I'll do all those things for you. Probably not. They weren't allowed on the internet much back then. I don't know. I don't know if they're allowed much on the internet now. Big Chief, man, how are you? It's so good to see you. Cricket, you were being unfriendly in the 90s? That could be. I still got letters in the 90s. Lots of letters. What did you guys think about this story of Valeska? The family decided to drive from Switzerland to England, and during a pit stop, her mother got out of the car saying she was going to get coffee. She never came back. There you go, Indigo Twin. Exactly. And during a pit stop, her mother got out of the car saying she was going to get coffee, and she never came back. Valeska's story sounded believable. If her mother hadn't wanted to join the Sea Org, but the father did, there was no way they could be together. I felt so upset I told my mother that night. She said offhandedly that it couldn't be true. A good way to get out, but leaving your kid, Kat? Leaving your kid? I. And then, I mean, Jenna, it does not pull punches. Jenna does not pull punches because the next paragraph, just so you know, your grandma Jenna dropped her body, she said. Out of the blue, she told me, my mother, her mother, Mom and I were in the kitchen in her office one day when out of the blue, just so you know, your grandma Jana dropped her body, she said. They're not kids, though. No. I felt terrible for Valeska, and her mom abandoned her daughter. It's just, okay, Sunrise Dawn, you take care, sweetie. Don't worry about it. Go do what you need to do. We will be here when you get back. Mom didn't seem too broken up. I'm sad, she replied, but your grandma and I haven't spent much time together in years, so I'm kind of used to not having her around. I'll get an auditing session on it. That was Jenna's mom's response to her mother dying. So hard. So hard. And then we're up again. living in Mom's apartment, I quickly settled into a routine that I thrived in. Right, Lori? I mean, I had some difficult things happen in my childhood, but they were not related to my family. I had an amazing set of parents who did their level best. Yes, Cricket, exactly. When her grandmother died and her mother was like, well, we didn't see each other a lot anyway, so I'll just get some auditing. Yeah. The mind and heart are not attached. Susan, that is a really, really excellent comment. Really excellent comment. Their mind and heart are disconnected. They break that attachment. They make you cut that attachment. It's just awful. The more you read, the more impressed I am with Jenna. She is definitely one that the church could not corrupt. Yeah. Yeah. She's pretty amazing. Grandma got her mom into Scientology and then neglected her mother, faced, and then the abuse at the top, and then that trickles down to Jenna. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, and I don't want to speak ill of either Jenna's mother or father. I get the definite feeling that her father was the more involved parent than her mother was. And that, I think, is really hard. You had an amazing childhood too, Big Chief. It's just awful, isn't it? She does, Lori. She does, Lori. Forgot what I said, guys. Who? What do you think so too? I forgot what I said. See? I can't keep my thoughts in my head. It's just terrible. Wow, there's so many of you in here. Dad more involved? Right. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. He did seem much more involved. He did seem much more involved. Please like and subscribe. Indeed, Keith. Please, everybody. Lady Jane, how are you? How are you? Jenna said that her dad never signed away his custody of her. Yeah, yeah, I understand that. Not every person got that. Laura, you think it's time for a margarita? I will take a drink, but I'm not going to. Oh my God, what, Lady Jane? I think LRH laid the foundation for lack of regard for spouses and children. I agree. I agree. I'm glad you're good, Lady Jane. It's really good to see you. Okay, Lori. No Face hasn't arrived yet, so I don't have anybody to pour the drinks. So the bar is self-serve, you all. Y'all. The bar is self-serve. Please partake. Take a moment. It's 10:36 p.m. I wondered, lady, but I figured, Lady Jane, you could be anywhere in the world. So I didn't want to make assumptions about where you live. But apparently you're on the East Coast. Please partake in whatever you see fit, whether it be chips or a drink or a soda or a glass of water. Let's Xenu Marlene, everyone. Take a short break from the awfulness that is this book, North Carolina. I have another view. There is a nacho bar. Of course there's a nacho bar. We have special non-alcoholic drinks, Lori, that taste just like the regular ones. You're out and in a thunderstorm. I am so sorry. Nachos sound excellent right now, Fuzzy. Really excellent. Xenu Marlene, you don't mind tending bar? You don't drink so you can be trusted with the vodka, unlike No Face, huh, Cricket? No Face drinks all the vodka under the bar. Xenu Marlene, y'all. What do you guys think of this new color of lipstick? Lady Jane out. Congratulations on your sobriety. A Diet Coke and cigarettes, some green, and a CBD gummy. Girl, I got a Diet Cola. I got my green with all my lipstick on it. And I got my cigarettes with all my lipstick on it. You'll be in Poland in September. Oh, I can't wait to hear about it, Lori. Wicked vodka bars. We are twins with our vices here, Lady Jane. Indeed, new besties. Welcome in. I like a good vodka cranberry now and then too, Indigo Twin. Your grandfather was a politician. Really, Cricket? Interesting. Boy, I'd love to bend your ear about that. I bet you've got some stories. You like it? Okay, Indigo Twin. I wasn't sure about it. It is striking pink. It is striking pink. So I was really not sure about it. Oh my God, Kat. Your favorite drink was a White Russian? I love White Russians, Lady Jane. I will tell you, and Cricket will agree, because just for Cricket here in the corner joint, we have special non-alcoholic absinthe just for Cricket. And so we have special non-alcoholic White Russians for you too. You liked a Black Russian? I like a Black Russian too. You're not into whiskey, Indigo Twin. I'm not forgetting this one, Kat. I'm not forgetting your comment. Let's take a break here and talk about this. The big show for her mom, and her mom yelled at them and made Valeska leave. Right? And Jenna stood up for Valeska and gave her mom hell. Yes, but then it was so weird. Where was it? Was it when she was leaving? Let me find it. There we go. Here it is. Emotional and exhausted, I looked at her. We'd never had a fight like this, so we'd never had to make up like this either. Reluctantly, I gave her a hug. Mom acted as though nothing. That night, her friends came over as planned, and Mom acted as nothing had happened. Isn't that weird, you guys? Isn't that weird? So weird. Jenna's book is awesome, Keith. It is awesome. I know I can rock the pinks, Indigo. It's just a thing I can do. It's funny because with my red hair, you guys would be surprised. I'll do it for you one day. I can also wear autumn colors. Um, I can wear autumn colors. I can wear rusts and maroon and um, those kinds of colors. It's just a totally different look, and it's not a look I generally like, but I can do it. You make the best white Russian, as it was your mom's favorite as well, but in her time it was different. Don't want to attend anymore? I'm not sure, Lady Jane. It was called something different. Don't want to attend anymore? I'm confused. No brown liquor for you? Okay, big chief. No tequila. You like that song? You know the song Tequila Make Her Clothes Come Off? Tequila Makes Her Clothes Come Off. I love that song. It's a funny song. Tequila makes her clothes come off. Yes, it is really weird, Cat. Totally weird. Pink is definitely my color. I can do purples really well too. I got a purple lipstick I just gave to my daughter that I think I need to reclaim and try it out for you guys. Yes, then after her mom hugged her and acted like the screaming match never happened. Hubbard's tech for better communication doesn't work so well now. Yes. Purple is it. Yes, Indigo. We are royal twins, Lady Jane. It does, Indigo Twin. Thank you. Attend anyone with the name? Offend. You don't want to offend. Got it, Lady Jane. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, you poor thing. I get it now. I can understand. Right, Cricket? Like, yeah, we can stay on topic, Cat. Um, yeah, give mom a little grace because Jenna was doing so. Absolutely.
No, people don't get easily offended in here, Lady Jane. So then we're into chapter 13. Yeah, she knows Indigo Twin, but I understand she wants to she wants to get through the stuff, and we can bring the break to a bit of a close. Um the topic, Lady Jane, is Jenna Miscavige's book Beyond Belief. And we are reading chapter 12 and 13. And we are now starting in on chapter 13. It's interesting that she returned to the ranch with new confidence. And that she had a new goal in life to become a Commodore's messenger office, the CMO. But the thing is, right, Cricket? Right, Cricket? You probably regret telling your child you're not a child when they are hollering at you that you're a fucking bitch. Exactly. You wonder how much high executives really knew about the ranch? I don't know. We'll get to a point where I'm not sure if her dad knows or not. We'll get there. Let's run through these. She wanted to be Commodore's messenger organization, our office, right? Exactly, Kat. Twice the age she started, she says. I was almost twice the age I started. I could do all these more things. I was stronger. People started giving me praise for the work I was doing. I had a plan for what I wanted to do with my life. And she's 11. Nearly twice the age. And then her new post put her in charge of the harvest, but soon she was promoted to head of Division 2, an executive position to oversee the children's group. Now, this is where I'm like, the words that I have to say are not very nice. She was 11. I wanted to build a good relationship with all of them. I hadn't forgotten what it was like to be their age living at the ranch. I nurtured them as best I could. If they didn't like the post they were assigned, I would help them find a post that suited them. Their posts were simple, but I tried to work it so everybody was happy. I was even recognized as Cadet of the Week. And then she tries to have a fight. She tries to have a fight about her academic needs, about her academic requirements. Sorry, y'all. Then she has a fight with her teacher about her academic requirements. And when she tells her mother that she got punched, she's 11. and an 18-year-old punched her. When I did tell my mother, she just asked what I had done to deserve it. I wondered if she would speak to someone about it, but I was too afraid to ask because she seemed to think it was my fault. Yeah, then gets locked in a punch closet and punched. And then gets blamed for being punched by somebody almost a decade older than her because she's 11. Cricket, it occurs to me that they have added a new dimension to child trafficking by the parents pretty much dropping the kids off. It's just awful. One time after course, Dave came to pick me up on his motorcycle. We drove to his office where I chatted with my Aunt Shelley and I played with his dogs. He took pictures of me at his desk, answering the phone, pretending that I ran the world. And here's the one that's very interesting. Moments like these showed a normal side to him. There were times when I could tell he just wanted to be a fun, normal uncle, goofing around with his niece, and in these moments it was almost possible to see some sort of longing for a family, a humanity that was hidden much of the time. From how he treated me, it seemed apparent that he didn't want me to be afraid of him in the way that most adults were. Sadly, these tender moments were going to become fewer and farther between. As the years went on, I saw that side of him less and less, and perhaps given how he eventually seemed to change for the worse, it eventually ceased to exist entirely. But I have never forgotten Uncle Dave's gentle human side. From doctor at 8 to a farmer at 11. Weird career arc. Right, Cricket? Right? I think we might have a visitor, guys. And I'm sorry, I'm being all weird at the camera. Come here, Bubba. Come on. No, no. No licking. No. 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 I'll put you back down. I'll put you back down. There's no licking. At least the dad was furious. Exactly, Kat. At least he was pissed. At least he was pissed. It was like, at least there's a normal response somewhere. Yes, Indigo Twin. In the billionaire contract, there is a clause that essentially says, as the parent, I sign over guardianship of my child to the Church of Scientology. Ah, tickle in my nose, y'all. Jenna's dad never signed that. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, and here's one. Oh, there it was. My dad would sometimes make comments about the letters I received from Dawn, saying things like, "Did you get your letter from your best friend Dawn?" He'd say it in a weird, jealous tone, but I would just ignore it. It wasn't just those comments that struck me as odd. It seemed like my parents were arguing a lot, and the arguments were getting worse. I am using a mom voice. He's laid down in my lap. Laying down in my lap. Aunt Shelley sat me down and talked to me about issues like skin and acne. And I was having lots of breakouts and pimples and didn't really know how to take care of my face. Shelley suggested some natural solutions to help clear it up. Although it was embarrassing, I was thankful for her guidance. Yes, and then there's no more visitation, and Daddy was furious. Oh, and then Justin has wanted to leave the Sea Org for years, but your dad finally convinced him to stay. That's why it's so devastating what happened to Liz and Laura, who also were at the ranch. Because if the church is your guardian, they can move you and do whatever you want. Oh, and they couldn't do that with Jenna. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense, Indigo Twin. Thank you for that. Yeah. I think it's interesting she makes note of the first time that she'd heard of someone close to her doubting their commitment. I think Taryn unintentionally did something she oughtn't have done, right? In the Sea Org, you're forbidden to talk about leaving or even hearing that someone else was considering leaving. So Taryn totally broke the rules by telling this to Jenna. See, I wonder if that would be an interesting question to ask her, if that was one of the seeds that was planted early on. If that's one of the seeds that was planted early on to get her to leave, that helped build up to her leaving. So so then she gets chosen for this special project during a nearly year-long assignment. So now she's 12. She's 12. And they called in a technical guy because she was rejecting so many. And she's 12, and she stood up to them and told them that she was right. What I wonder is what would have happened if she was wrong. What would have happened if she was actually wrong? She did stand up for herself again. That was great. But she was 12. She could have been wrong. And I'm so glad she stood up for herself. But I can't, she was in charge. Quality fucking control, y'all. She's at the end of the line, stamping a final yes or no. And you know the only reason they've got her there is because she's a Miscaviage. Awful. Awful. The e-meter assembly project went on for a few months. Mom was often the inspector. She would give me a hug and check on me and then go on her way. I was impressed by how everyone seemed to love and respect her while also fearing her. In the Sea Org, this was called ethics presence, which was essentially a combination of fear and respect, both of which were necessary to get compliance. Because we were already accustomed to working long hours, it was really no sweat, and working at a desk was much easier than deck work at the ranch. We stayed there all day, only going home in the evening in time for dinner, followed by studies, and then she was in charge of the children until they went to bed. So now she has a goal and she's aiming for something, right, Kat? This is so true. You shouldn't need fear if you have respect. Indeed. Indeed. You should not. And then she says the rug was completely pulled out from under her, just as I'd been getting into a rhythm, and just when I had figured out the rules, they changed them. And Jenna, at 12 years old, confides in Shelley. It's like, I don't know what it's like, Cricket. It's awful. It's awful. Then they rewrote the rules and made her redo the courses. Yeah. Yeah. And then Mom suggested she do her entire auditor training at Flag because it had the best auditor training on the planet, and she would spend a year in Florida. So she's going to fly back to Flag. Even more excited about the auditor training. And after this course, anything might be possible because, as Mr. C said, when he finished a course, he was suddenly able to play the piano, something he had never been able to do before in his lifetime. Indigo twin, right? Sassafras, how are you doing? It is good to see you. It's really good to see you. I know it is so weird, Indigo twin. Doesn't anybody ever think to say, well, show me your talent on the piano. Let's pull up a piano. Can you play the piano? You can play the piano? Really? Can you play the piano? I mean, people are just making claims that they can play the fucking piano. Y'all, this shit is weird. So we're left with Kid Freshie. Welcome in. We are left with right, Cat. The guy plays piano. All of a sudden he plays piano. What the actual fuck? That's just weird. That's just weird. Just a second, y'all. My Kindle's not wanting to turn itself off. So, what do you guys think so far? And did Jenna's video, I mean, I think we've already talked about this enough, but Jenna's video definitely, I don't know. We just got to wait and see what happens next. I think that it is crazy ass bonkers in there. And if it's still that way inside there, and from what Reese has said, and from what Eric Rader has said, they are still that crazy. From what Liz has said, they are still that crazy. Jenna is an inspiration, kid. Yes, she is. Kid, you know, I had your friends in here yesterday giving me grief about some shit. I would appreciate if that doesn't happen anymore, okay? Is that cool, kid? Cat, take care. Thanks for stopping by. We will see you next week. Mm-hmm. Janelle, how are you? We can have a polite, direct, and honest conversation, Kid Freshie, or not. You can choose. Right, Janelle? Don't the weekends just go so fast? Mm-hmm. Okay, Freshie. Then we'll drop it. Enough said. How was everybody's day? There's nothing to drop. You're lost. So there's nothing to drop. It's evaporated. You don't want to talk about it. You don't think there's anything going on. You're completely lost. That's great. I'm glad you're here. I understand, Janelle. I understand. No, everybody's welcome here, kid. Everybody's welcome here. Kat, if you're still here, Lori says goodnight. It's so nice of you to come back and say that, Lori. Everybody's welcome in here, kid. Bye. So, what do you guys want to talk about? I'm going to take a drink. My mouth is dry. I think book club stuff is mostly concluded, Janelle. What would you like to talk about? At least I think book club stuff is concluded. What do you guys think? Is book stuff concluded? Do we have other stuff to talk about? Xenu Marlene. Show me some Xenu Marlenes. Do we have a Xenu Marlene, guys? Or do we just have 420 emojis? You guys... Who, her? This lightning has you on edge. You've aged tonight. I'm sorry, Lori. Bud Bug Margarita. Janelle, I need to know who your referent is. Oh. You used to build computer components for Tektronix. Kids have great hand-eye coordination, right, and better eyesight. Because I couldn't do that at my age. I wouldn't be able to see well enough. That makes sense, Janelle. That makes sense. Lori, for a second, I thought you were talking about my lighting. You think she was put in the position because of her skills? That's cool. Oh, Cricket! I'm sorry, you're gonna have to leave. If only Hubbard had just written bad sci-fi and not opened this can of worms. With that, I must say good night. Duty calls tomorrow. Take care, Cricket. Much hugs. Many hugs. And we will see you later. I made a mistake, you guys. I meant... You're the scaredy cat stuck working in a storm? Yeah. On Firewatch, right, Lori? First Minnesota goodbye, y'all. First Minnesota goodbye. Regular job. Okay. Tonight's the regular job. That makes okay. Keith, are you still here? Eric, welcome. How are you doing, man? It is very good to see you. It is very good to see you. We just finished discussing chapters 12 and 13 of Jenna's book, and we have determined that Scientologists are wackadoodle. That is the final determination. We continue to be boggled as to how a parent does that. So, welcome in, and we really support you, and we are glad you are here and out. Yes, Janelle, it's lightning. It's lightning that's got her spooked. It's lightning that's got her spooked. I don't think Keith is still here, Janelle. If he is, he's lurking. Which is really rude, you guys. Like, you're back? Okay, Lori. Dusty, how are you doing? How's Cheryl and Jerry? Hey, guys. Are you taking an evening off and relaxing and trying to get some rest? Because you guys have just been killing it. Just been killing it. He is very sociable. Come here, Bubba. Look who wants to come say hi, y'all. Come here, Bubba. Look at this. Yeah. Yeah. Don't mess with the earbud. Just look at the camera. Hello. Oh, not in my mouth. No licking. No licking. No licking. Look at the No licking. Look at the camera. Hi, Robert. How are you? No looking. Licking. Look at the camera. Come on. Stop. Stop it now. Stop it. Just sit there properly while I make the camera. Yeah, look. You snuck in after book club hoping to find cheesy snacks. We have plenty of cheesy snacks. There's a whole nacho bar over in the corner, Janelle. Oh no, Dusty. Flooding? Seriously? Why? Why do we have flooding? That's terrible. No, we are not hiding the good snacks. Eric, that's my miniature dachshund Orion. You guys like look at that. That's my great grandaunt made that watercolor. It's the one piece of her art I have. Tropical storm. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. Is everything going to be okay? Yes, Janelle, at his house in Florida. At his house in Florida. One of these days, you guys, I will show y'all my uncle's art. My uncle was developmentally disabled, and my grandparents were told to put him in institution. This was in the 40s, of course. You'll find out tomorrow. I'll say a couple of prayers for you, Dusty. I'll say a couple of prayers for you. I am really sorry, man. Crossing my fingers. That sucks. I know. I know. It does seem to do that, doesn't it, Janelle? Doesn't it? It's awful. We had a neighbor who went on vacation, and our two eldest children were going over and letting the dogs out and grabbing the mail and doing all of those things. And early one morning, my husband and I got a call from our eldest son, and all we could hear was water rushing everywhere. His water pipes, our son had gone over early in the morning before we had gotten up and gone over to take care of the dogs. Come here, Bubba. He had gone over early in the morning, to take care of the dogs, and found the pipe burst everywhere. Oh no, Dusty. Oh no, Dusty. No, not my face. Not my face. Oh no, Dusty. Oh no. I am sorry. I am so sorry. That is awful. Okay, Dusty. Sump pump situation? Sounds like it, Janelle. Okay, enough. Say hi to folks. They'd rather see you. So, yeah, Janelle, going on vacation certainly seems to make bad things happen. I don't know what it is. Look at that bubby. Look at that bubby. Dusty, have you guys had a good time in LA? Have you guys had a good time in LA? Okay. Okay. Not that much flooding, but there is damage. Okay. Well, I hope it's going to be okay. I hope it's going to be okay. Janelle, that's hilarious. Dusty, Janelle thinks that your wife must think a lot of you being pissed at you because it sounds like an act of God situation that you couldn't have foretold. You have had the best time. I am so glad. I saw that you got to meet Jacob Harkey and you met Tori. It looked like everything was just going so well for you guys. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for all of you that you've had a lovely time and that it's gone so well. This never happens, y'all. Are you a big baby? You're looking a lot like a big baby. It was completely trouble free, other than a hurricane. Just that small little problem. Just that small little problem. Guys, I have to say, I am so excited. I, my, my computer's been ordered. Dusty, Eric, all of you, you guys showed up at Blue yesterday. It was really great to see all you there giving them the what for. Exactly. It was really nice to see people at Blue giving them hell again. Giving them hell again. It's I think people need to get back to protesting at Blue, in my opinion, but what for my opinion counts for, because I'm hardly protesting at Portland, so I am not one to dictate. But I think it's good to have people at Blue. I enjoyed having people at Blue. I liked it a lot. It was it was nice to have everybody there yesterday together. Indeed it was beautiful, Janelle. Indeed it was beautiful. I thought I had it, y'all. I thought I had it. Xenu Marlene, y'all. Xenu Marlene. Completely trouble free other than the hurricane. That is excellent. Janelle, it felt restorative in a way. Dusty, Eric, you guys. It felt restorative to have everybody down there. I'm really, really glad you went. I think it was lovely. Lovely. So, I was talking about my computer. My computer is coming. I am very excited about that. And I found a desk chair. I kept looking for the right chair on Craigslist. It's a total change of subject, unless you guys want to talk about something else, in which case you can holler and tell me. So I decided to go on Costco and look for a desk chair, and I found a relatively nice chair for $100 off the Costco price, which knocked it down to a reasonably affordable price. A chair that had a weight limit that will seat me, and it's coming from Costco, so I know I can return it. Come on, Orion, get out of there. It's coming from Costco, so I know I can return it, rather than buying it used, not knowing what the weight limit is, and breaking it, and having to buy another one and yet another one. Or spending more than $500 on a brand new chair. So the computer is purchased. The new desk chair is purchased. Second Minnesota goodbye, y'all. Can y'all give me a second Minnesota goodbye? Give me some of those emojis. Let me know you're still here. So the desk chair will come next week. The computer comes next week. We're taking down this shelf and putting up different kind of shelves. Hey, Lori. We do have to make allowances for the impact of the 20-pound cats in our lives. Okay, Jenna. Okay, I will give an allowance for that. I will give an allowance for that. And Lori, I will give an allowance for writing. I just, dodging lightning. Okay. I just, I suppose you guys would leave if you found me boring, so I will just keep babbling about my office setup. So I think I have at least one monitor, and then I could probably use my iPad as a second monitor, or I could buy a third. They do, Janelle. They do. I can hear, I don't know about you with your cat, I can hear my cats pad through the house. I can hear their pads hitting the ground. They're so heavy. I can hear every footfall when they're walking around. Meow, indeed. Cat stomps. Yes, exactly, Janelle. Exactly, cat stomps. That's exactly what they are. You guys like my little flower? Look at her. Isn't she cute? Can I get her out? Is she stuck in my hair? Did I get her stuck in there forever? Come on. No. I can't take it out right now, y'all. I can't figure out how to take it out. I'll have to get it in the mirror. I bought it 15 years ago for my daughter when she was a little one. Baby. But I just think it's so cute. I've kept it. It's a little fabric rose. Yeah, it is kind of. It is kind of. So I'll get my desk set up. And then I'll be able to, or my computer set up and my desk set up. And I will be able to stream and show things with more than one camera. Because I can't do that right now. It won't let me do that. So that will be cool. I unexpectedly have part of this week off. So I am going to enjoy the days off. It is a quiet week. Tomorrow I go in to see my doctor for my Spravato. I'm so excited, Susan. I'm so excited. I'm going in for my Spravato treatment, and I'm going to talk to them about the dual sympathetic reset. I'm going to talk to them about it. Sorry, guys, I got distracted. I had a conversation with a friend today, and they're in a spot of trouble, and I've been having a very hard time. And it's hard to hear that friends are having a hard time. So I just got distracted for a moment thinking about how hard it is for people to get ahead nowadays. Back getting updated from home. Lori, thank you. What's amazing to me is that so many of you express that to me. And I'm just amazingly grateful that you see it and want to hang out here. Ask me questions, Janelle. I am a bunch of answers. Dusty, your wife has settled down and getting rest. Good. Good. I am glad for that. Waiting for the storm to pass and the water to recede. A damage update coming tomorrow night. Okay, let us know, Dusty. I'm really worried. I'm really worried. Three or 4 years? Every other week? But my insurance is paying for it. Yes, Janelle. Yes. One of the reasons I would like to do the shot, one of the reasons I would like to do the shot is maybe I wouldn't have to do the Spravato, right? And also, I think it's got to get better than this. I think that it's got to get better than this. No, Janelle. No, no. I have no desire, nor drive at all to take ayahuasca. None. Zero. Zilch. Nope. Nope. Right out of there. Not for me. Not for me. Not. I didn't think it was judgment, Chanel. But I am telling you true. Ayahuasca, not my. I I am a puker, y'all. I puke easily, and I hate puking. I hate puking. So, yes, I am not going to do that kind of a purge. Exactly, Janelle. No effing way. Not. Not. So, when I found out that I could do this and insurance would pay for it, and they have, and it does make a difference. It does make a difference. Um, yes. Exactly, Lori. I not my cup of tea, ayahuasca. No, thank you. I'm yeah, no. Oh my goodness. I can understand that, Lori. To be honest, I don't know that the ketamine is that, for me, that different from being high. Um, it's mild. I can walk, I can talk, I have control of my limbs, I can move around. I may have trouble following a line of thinking, but I have trouble following a line of thinking when I'm high. So it doesn't bother me about the ketamine, so to speak. They tried talking you into ketamine. Your take was that, what's that wee dab going to gain? Um, well, Janelle, I am half with you there, and the other half of me is at the clinic every other week. Yeah, I hear you though, loud and clear. You are coming in loud and clear. So you can do full on ketamine therapy, but you have to pay cash money for that. Insurance don't cover that. And I didn't have the cash money for that because those treatments you need to keep having. Well, it does seem like that, but it's because they couldn't get they probably couldn't recommend a dosage higher than that. They're wanting it's the bias against hallucinogenics as a treatment, I think, more than anything else. And they're frantically afraid of people's blood pressure skyrocketing during treatments. So the anesthesiologists who are running ketamine clinics, however, do not hold back on their dosages. And still, people need to go into treatment regularly, repetitively. So it runs into the many thousands of dollars. Um, Whereas my insurance pays right now. You might not be eligible, Janelle. That's true. But I bet you'd be eligible for the shot. I bet you would be. Okay, I'm putting that down because I'm tired of coughing in y'all's ear. So, third Minnesota goodbye, y'all. We should, Janelle. I need more information. I need more information. And I may need to wait. This is not. Good night, Robert. Sleep well, dear. Have sweet dreams, and I hope you wake up refreshed and ready to face your day tomorrow. Have a good one, dear. Take care. It's not a good time. Janelle, I think it'd be great. They are supposed to. I left a message for the clinic on Friday, Janelle. So I expect them to call me tomorrow. At some point. And I will be really curious what they have to say. I will be really curious what they have to say. She stopped barking at people. You've never been barky at me, Janelle. I mean, I get it, I guess. I'm barky at people too sometimes. And often I don't I I tend to see people as people. Oh, Janelle, you're so sweet. I'm sure we could find a reason. It's not that I don't see your barky sometimes, Janelle. It's that I see that that's not who you are. Thank you. I strive to be so. I do strive to do that and to be polite to everybody, and I appreciate your politeness. Let's see if we're going to get anybody for third Minnesota goodbye tonight, y'all. Any bets who we're going to see? We haven't seen Jen Wow for a little while. We had Big Chief, but I don't think we've had an MLH stop in tonight, although it's a little late for him. Who else might we have show up? Robert just took off. I can't think of who else might arrive. I don't know, Janelle. It's one of the things I hear that the shots do help with is that reactiveness. J-Bat. Yeah, but wasn't Fuzzy in her earlier? Not that that has any, I don't know why I thought that had anything to do. J-Bat would be nice, yes. J-Bat would be nice. Smurf hasn't been seen, nor Pup. And you know who else we haven't seen that I'm actually worried about? Is Fuzzy was in here? I thought so. Okay. Chica. Chica is on vacation with her family. No Face, it's you. No Face, we were just taking bets on who would show up after the third Minnesota goodbye. And I mentioned it's okay if you lurk, Janelle. Indeed, there he is. No Face wins the prize. I'm not sure what the prize is. Would you like the night off from bartending, No Face? Everybody was pouring their own up until you got here. You did. We were taking bets on who it would be. We were taking bets on who it would be, actually. No, she came back, Janelle. She came back and she was recovered. And then last week she said she was leaving She was leaving on family vacation. Danny didn't streak through either. No, he didn't. We missed him. No Face's prize should be a face. That would be lovely, No Face, but you would have to do that, dear. Yes. Yes, she came screaming through my chat earlier this week, I think, when I was protesting. Susan, help me remember. Wasn't it the day I was protesting with was it the day I shut him down twice or the day I was protesting with Mindy? Yes, she's got court tomorrow morning. We will send her many, many hearts to Nancy. All of the hearts to Nancy. Pup Groomer was at an art fair this morning. And at this particular art fair in their town, a certain percentage of what they sell has to be handmade. And Jen walked by a couple of what was I saying, guys? I just got distracted. When I was with Mindy, I thought so too. Hold on. Okay. Brain fog is fine. How late were you guys on last night? I had to go to sleep. You don't want anybody to feel left out. I miss folks too when we don't see them. Yes, Janelle, I miss folks. How late were they up? I know when the two of them get talking, but Jen was up streaming relatively early this morning. 4? They were on until 4? Three. Gee, many willikers, y'all. So is Jen going live tonight, y'all? Wow, Red. And Chipper is a jaybird. Both of them. Both of them, I bet. Three a.m. What were they talking? They were talking dogs, right? They were talking dogs. Those two, I don't know. So yeah, anybody know if Jen is going live tonight? The two of them need to start doing their thing together. Some Scientology. Okay, Janelle. I will I will talk to Jen. I will talk to Jen. I'm sure it was interesting strategization. Scientology dogs. That's hilarious, no face. Scientology dogs. You know who I'm really worried about, you guys? Is Lisa Loves. I'm really worried about her. I haven't seen her in chats nor heard from her for weeks. It's been several weeks, and I am really worried. Really, really worried. I don't know what to do. Yeah, Susan, it's concerning, isn't it? It's concerning. So, y'all, it has come. She hikes. But it's been for Lisa Loves. Um, hold on. Oh, Lori, you're thinking of Lisa's Day Off, who is the other protester in Portland. I'm talking about Lisa Loves, who was a chatter. Um, no face. I don't have I will have to search that down. Oh, I know how to do it. Hold on. Janelle, I need a if you have a link, that would be great. I just saw it come through. No face, give me just a second. I couldn't figure out how to find her. There you go, no face. There you go. So I am, with that, y'all, let's give it a minute for any last thoughts. Yes, Janelle. I'm I'll have a reply for you um right after I get off the chat. I'll reply to you on that. Pardon me. I got a cat hair in my nose. Okay. Anything else, y'all? Okay. Well, until next time, y'all. Stay happy. Red, I'm so glad you're finally moved. I hope that it finishes up well. I know it is, Janelle. It's making me crazy. Thanks, Susan. Thank you, No Face. I'm really worried about her. Um, I'm glad you liked it tonight, y'all. They were easier chapters somehow to read. I don't know why. Oh, where do we go from here? That's a good question. Everybody in this chat is cool. I had an idea for that, No Face. Hold on. Let's go over to Kristen Melinda's. You guys know Kristen Melinda? Janelle, she's not your favorite? There we go. Go room raid Kristen Melinda, you guys. Tell her I sent you. I'll be over there in a few. Thanks, you guys. It's a great night. Take care. Got it, Janelle. I understand. I've been that way before.